Alright, in this video we are going to simplifying radicals. Alright, first thing we're going to do is simplify each one whenever possible. So let's see here, 27. Alright, let's go ahead. Since they both have the exact same radical, you can take the radicals, or take that, write one radical to the fourth root, and just put here 27 times 3. Okay. Now, then what I like to do, I'm not actually going to multiply these, alright? I want to simplify them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break this down into the prime factors. In other words, I'm doing the prime factorization, or the factor tree. Alright, so let's see here. 3 goes into 27 9 times, 3 down to 3. Now, here I got 3, 3, 3, and a 3. Those are all prime numbers. So the rule is, right here, is 4. Every 4 of the same number I can pull out. Okay, what I mean by that is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means the 3 can come out. Alright, in other words, I can write a 3 outside of the radical. Now if you notice here, I used everything up, there's nothing left over. So my answer is that. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Same thing here. They both have cube roots, so I'm going to just write one cube root and just write 250 divided by 2 underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and do the division. So 250 divided by 2 is 125. Now, can I simplify 125? What's a perfect cube? In other words, what number times itself 3 times gives me 3? So, for example, if I do 2 times 2 times 2, it gives me 8. That doesn't. Let's do 3 times 3 times 3. That's 27. Nope, we want 125. Let's do 4 times 4 times 4. That's 64. Let's do 5 times 5 times 5. That's 125. There it is. So that means your answer is 5. Or if I break it down, that's 5 times 25, 5, 5. For every 3 of the same, 1, 2, 3, so 5 can come out of the radical. There's nothing left over, so therefore there's no other radicals. That's the reason why it came out 9. 256. This says, what times itself 6 times gives me 256? Well, since it ends in a 2, so my first try is going to be a 2. 2 times 2 times 2. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64. It's not 256. Okay? So then so what I would do next is just do a prime factorization. So you get 2 goes into 256. What is it? 1, 20. Alright, I'm having a brain fart here, folks. Apparently, when I was throwing up yesterday, I must threw up some of my brains too. Because I can't even divide 256 by 2. It's 128. Alright, then divide that by 2. See, I want prime numbers, so that's the reason I'm dividing by 2, keeping it simple. So this is 64. I'm going to stop right there. I know 64, so this right here, I can keep going 6 more times and get all, I'll get all 64. So in other words, I can do 2 and 32, 2 and 16, 2 and 8, 2 and 4, and 2 and 2. The rule is for every 6, I want 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means a 2, just 1 2. Take 6 on the inside to give you 1 on the outside. So a 2 can come out. But you notice I still have leftovers. So that means I still have a root, 6 root. And what's left over, 2 and 2, that 2 times 2 is 4. And there's your answer. Okay? So when simplifying radicals, other than, when you have other than like a square root or a cube root, it gets tedious. I mean, it's not hard, but it can just be time consuming at times, particularly if this is new to you. All right. Numbers on the outside. That means I can multiply those together, so that's 10. Both of these have the 4th root, so I can write 4th root 64 times 8. All right. I don't want to multiply this and then try to refactor. I'm just going to keep it like this and factor both of these into prime numbers. All right, so let's do 64. We know that is what, 8 times 8? 8 is 4 times 2, 4 times 2, 4 times 2. You get 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2. So the rule is I need 4 of them of the same number. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means a 2 can come out. Now there's a 10 out here already. So I'm bringing 2 out. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So another 2 can come out. If you notice, oh, here's a 2 left over right here. So I have 1, 2 left over. So that means I have a 4th root with that 2 left over. So what's on the outside, just go ahead and multiply them. 10 times 2 is 20, times 2 is 40. And there's your answer. Right? And that's it for examples, but I suggest that you go back and do these examples over again on a separate sheet of paper, blank sheet of paper, do it, check your work, because you have the notes, or you can watch the video again. So the best way of doing this, keep doing these problems over and over until you get it. All right. If you're still having questions, please make sure you ask me next time you see me.